going on, everybody? Joseph Hadid here for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Good morning, sports fans. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on Sunday, July 17th, 2022. This is Worldwide Sport Updates with your host, Joseph Hadid. Hopefully everybody had a great week. Me, myself, I did, of course. Just coming back from vacation yesterday. I was in New Jersey for 3 days with the family and friends. So I made my triumphant return and back to reality, of course. But, unfortunately for Monday and Tuesday, I might be heading up to the Pocono Mountains to watch maybe some waterfalls this upcoming week before officially going back to work on Wednesday. But that did not stop me from going to the studio, ladies and gentlemen, to record this podcast and publish it, ladies and gentlemen, for you guys to hear the top 10 news that is happening around the sports in NFL, in Major League Baseball, and college football, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we have college football news to go over with you, and also NBA, and also something from the G League. G League has some noise that is concerning from the NBA. We're going to share that with you. So we have some Major League Baseball news, NBA, ladies and gentlemen, G League, college football, NFL, and also, I believe, did I forget anything? No, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, we have NFL news to go over with you. These are the top 10 news that transpired this past week. So we got some NFL news, ladies and gentlemen, to go over with you. College football, like I mentioned. Also, NBA and the NBA G League as well. So that's pretty much it. And also, ladies and gentlemen, it is, again, like I mentioned, it is Sunday, July 17, 2022. And ladies and gentlemen, today is officially the Major League Baseball draft. So the draft, ladies and gentlemen, will take place today, Sunday, July 17, all the way through Tuesday. And ladies and gentlemen, just keep up to date with our sports group pages on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere for the latest Major League Baseball drafts of where each player will be drafted to which team throughout these upcoming 3 days. Again, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday is Major League Baseball Draft 2022. All right, let's get to the latest top 10 news that transpired this past week. First and foremost, let's start off with, this is some interesting news coming out of the state of Ohio. Cincinnati Bengals pen Ohio sports betting deal with Betford USA. So the Cincinnati Bengals have become the first professional sporting outfit to apply for a sports betting license in Ohio. The NFL franchise has applied for both a Type A license as well as a Type B. The 2021 Super Bowl LVI runner-ups, they became the fourth business to apply for approval as a Type A sports gaming proprietor, joining Hall of Fame Village, Thistledown Casino, and Jack Cleveland Casino. All of the aforementioned have also applied for a Type B license, which would allow operation of a retail betting facility. Currently, just Ellie's Technology has applied for a Type C license, which will allow for the operation of sports betting at a licensed bar. Okay. And then following, ladies and gentlemen, the Cincinnati Bengals applying for a sports betting license in Ohio, the Ohio-based NFL franchise has entered a partnership with Betford USA, which will see the operator become the team's official sports betting partner. Betford USA has plans to launch a mobile sports betting application in the state of Ohio, pending regulatory approval from the operator before the official launch of illegal sports betting on the 1st January of the year 2023. As mentioned in the Bengals application for a sports betting license, it will see the NFL team become a Type A sports gaming proprietor, allowing it to offer an online mobile sports betting production, of which will need to then be partnered with a traditional operator who must go through a separate licensing channels. All right, also, ladies and gentlemen, out of the NFL, former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, yes, ladies and gentlemen, has joined the Denver Broncos' new ownership group. Congratulations to her. Former U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice has joined the incoming ownership group for the Denver Broncos. Rice, who has also served as the National Security Advisor as well as Provost of Stanford University, lived in Denver during her childhood and received a bachelor's degree in her doctorate from the University of Denver. Awesome stuff indeed. All right, more NFL news to go over, ladies and gentlemen. Out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Steelers, yes, ladies and gentlemen, have changed their name from Heinz Field Stadium and renamed it Acrisure Stadium. Yes, nobody has heard of Acrisure Stadium, and what's the history behind Acrisure Stadium? And ladies and gentlemen, there has been word yesterday, I was being informed yesterday on Saturday, July 16th, that Acrisure Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, is being petitioned by the Pittsburgh Steelers fans, that they want the stadium to be renamed Heinz Field, because it really doesn't make any sense why the Pittsburgh Steelers are changing the name of the stadium that has been so long named Heinz Field. And we all know it has been named Heinz Field, so why the change all of a sudden? So here it is. The Pittsburgh Steelers home stadium will undergo a major change this upcoming year. In 2022, Heinz Field will become a Acrisure Stadium after the Lateral secured the naming rights for the stadium. The Steelers announced on Monday the pact between Acrisure and the Steelers runs for 15 years, dealing with financial technology. Acrisure is a global insurance brokerage that's based out of Michigan. The company purchased the insurance section of Tolusu LLC in the year 2020. Which is headed by Thomas Toole, a minority, yes, ladies and gentlemen, a minority owner of the Steelers. All right, so that is, I think, pretty much NFL coverage that transpired this past week, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's move over to some Major League Baseball news. Again, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, the Major League Baseball draft is starting today, all the way through Tuesday, July 19th of this week. And keep up to date, ladies and gentlemen, with our Facebook sports group pages, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, for all the latest Major League Baseball results that are happening right in front of you this upcoming week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the background noise. We have our windows open today here in the studio on this beautiful Sunday morning. So we are giving you the latest up-to-dates nonetheless. All right. Major League Baseball, ladies and gentlemen, they're expected to pay $185 million to settle federal class action lawsuit filed by the minor league players. Major League Baseball has agreed to pay $185 million in a settlement to end a federal class action lawsuit filed by minor league players who were seeking compensation for minimum wage and overtime violations. The settlement is pending a judge's approval. Passan adds that the settlement will stipulate the Major League Baseball issues a memo to teams allowing them to pay minor league players during spring training, extended spring training, and instructional league play. Excuse me. Teams had not been permitted to pay players during those periods. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move over to some college football news. So, ladies and gentlemen, former Michigan football head coach Gary Moeller has died, ladies and gentlemen, this past week. So his tenure in Ann Arbor, Michigan wasn't long, but it was a memorable one. Former Michigan football head coach Gary Moeller has died at the age of 82. Moeller was the head coach of the Wolverines from the year 1990 all the way to the year 1994, taking the reins from famed coach Bo Schembechler. Before that, Moeller served as a defensive ends coach and defensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, defensive coordinator again, and offensive coordinator under Schembechler, with a 3-year stint as the Illinois head coach from the year 1977 all the way to the year 1979. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move over to some NBA G League news. So the G League, ladies and gentlemen, have ignited on relocating to Las Vegas, the suburb of Henderson. The G League ignited that they said on Friday that the team has struck a multi-year deal to relocate to Henderson, Nevada, to Ignite that had been training, in Walnut Creek, California, since their inception, and played home games this past season in Las Vegas, about 15 miles from their new home. The team exists to develop young prospects in preparation for the NBA draft. It has featured 3 eventual top 10 picks: Jalen Green and Jonathan Kuminga last year, Dyson Daniels this year, in its first 2 seasons. All right, let's move over to some National Basketball Association news now. The NBA Board of Governors, ladies and gentlemen, are expected to vote to make the play-in tournament permanent. Yes, folks, you heard that right. The play-in tournament is staying, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. The NBA Board of Governors is expected on Tuesday to approve the play-in tournament as a regular part of the future league seasons, sources told ESPN. The NBA had been voting on the play-in's inclusion on a year-to-year basis for the 2020-2021 and 2021-2022 season, but the support exists ahead of Tuesday's ownership meeting at the Summer League to turn the competition into a regular season component of the league's schedule, sources told ESPN. The NBA believes that this rule and the flattening of lottery odds for teams with the worst records incentivized fewer teams to actively make a run to the bottom of the standings in pursuit of better chances at a higher draft picks. Also, ladies and gentlemen, the NBA has also approved a harsher penalty for taking fouls and making the play-in tournament again permanent, like we mentioned. The NBA's Board of Governors have chose instead Tuesday to leave them. They say goodbye this coming season to those anticlimactic clock stopping, not at all soliciting plays, or at least expect to see far fewer with this rule change that dials up the penalty when a defender intentionally commits a transition take foul to thwart his opponent's breakout opportunity. Previously, a side-out inbound situation, or at worst, in the bonus, a pair of free throws was deemed a small price to pay, compared to chasing the other team and the ball down court for a high percentage scoring chance. Now the teams who break was stopped will get one free throw, which can be shot by any of its players on the floor and retain possession anyway. Also, ladies and gentlemen, the NBA was also mid-season tournament, but it ends more. But excuse me, the NBA wants an in-season tournament, but at the same time, it needs more incentives. National Basketball Association executive Brian Spirell has some work to complete before the league's next media rights deal. The NBA wants a rights increase and developing new concepts that track, ladies and gentlemen, viewership that could assist. The league's push for a mid-season tournament is one option, but it needs to gain momentum throughout its ownership program. The Players Union will have a say, and the other consistencies, team executive and sponsors will chime in as well. And then there's basketball historians and traditionalists that will make a fuss. It's here that NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is entrusting Spirell to help create the blueprint for the midseason tournament, but early signs suggest he needs more incentives to make it possible and work nonetheless. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the Phoenix Suns have matched the Indiana Pacers' max offer sheet for center DeAndre Ayton, meaning, ladies and gentlemen, DeAndre Ayton will be staying put with the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns have decided to match the Indiana Pacers' offer sheet to restricted free agent DeAndre Ayton per The Athletic's Shams Charania. Arizona Sports' John Gambadaro also confirmed the move, adding that the Suns signed the maximum offer sheet in less than 5 minutes from when the team received it. Charania adds that Phoenix now goes approximately $15 million into the tax, ladies and gentlemen, and made clear throughout free agency that the team wanted to bring Ayton back to build a title contender with Devin Booker and Chris Paul. With the Suns matching, the team cannot trade the center until January 15th at the earliest. Ladies and gentlemen, DeAndre Ayton also has the power to veto a trade for a full year. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Worldwide Sport Updates. That's all for this week. I will see you next Sunday's podcast for more sports updates. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, like, share, and keep viewing, ladies and gentlemen, our Worldwide Sport Updates podcast on our YouTube channel for all the latest sports updates that is transpiring throughout the week. Again, this is Joey Hadid for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Have a safe and great week, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk to you next Sunday. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you next Sunday. Have a safe one. Take care. Bye-bye.